Welcome back to the Cultivating Gratitude Journey. We are on day 13, and today is a fun mental exercise that I like to call the countdown exercise. Now we've gone almost 2 weeks into the Cultivating Gratitude Journey, and even though with our expansion exercises and different topics, maybe the brain is having some hard times figuring out what to be grateful for. I know this is a lot to process, and some things don't come to mind automatically unless we have like a list or something to work with. So I'm going to offer you a countdown list. It's basically from 10 to 1. We're going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in different ways that we can expand on. This is just a mental exercise. You'll want to grab your pen and paper or your digital media and type these up and explore them on your own time. Well, let's start with number 10. First one is to list 10 places you want to visit. Now, this could be local, like your local museums, amusement parks, new restaurants, etc. But then you want to expand maybe to like your dream vacations, international travel, even within the United States. If you live in the United States, going to different states, that's an excursion. But you want to list 10 places that you want to visit, and these are places that you haven't been yet. And then you can think about maybe why. The part of the gratitude is, what draws you to those places? What kind of experiences would you be grateful for to have? And, people to meet, things to do, food to try. So just kind of think about just 10 places you want to visit, and then you can expand on them in your expansion grid later if you'd like, or not. Going on to number 9, we want to list 9 celebrities or historical figures you like. Now, this can be for any reason. Maybe you like someone's fashion sense. Maybe you like someone's message. It could be a social message or a personal growth kind of message. Even if you like the way Roman emperors did their business, and ruled the world, list that down, and you can find things to be grateful for in your own way for kind of more historical celebrity kind of figures, famous people. And you want to just figure out what makes you drawn to them and their messages, and you can expand on them in your own expansion grid. Moving on to 8, we want to list 8 things that help you feel alive. This one you may take a minute or two to think about, but what comes to mind for me is like music. Music makes me feel alive. Car rides with the windows down. Never had a convertible or been in one, but just generally having the windows down on a road trip, and a regular sedan, that works too, And then like seeing the ocean, smelling the salt water, walking around in the cold water, those things make me feel alive. So whatever makes you feel alive. It can be experiential, even just watching the sunrise, sunset, talking with your favorite person. You just want to kind of expand and think about ways that you feel alive in this world. What makes you come alive? And just list them down, and if you want to expand on them, great. If not, great as well. Moving on to number 7. You're going to list 7 items in your room that you love. It's simple. This could be your bedroom, whatever space you call your bedroom, your own personal slice of the house, whatever it is, wherever you live. Even if what you have is just on you, list, the 7 things that you love. For me, I can point to my computer because it allows me to do what I do. I also have a stuffed animal collection. By collection, I mean 4. I know I'm 37 years old, but I still have a couple stuffed animals that just kind of remind me of things. I have a cheetah from a zoo visit almost 20 years ago I've held on to. And then I have a couple dragons, little stuffed animal dragons just from recent loves and spiritual awakenings. So I love dragons. So I always have like one little stuffed animal dragon next to me. And again, I'm 37, doesn't matter what it is, no judgment here. But list 7 items in your house, in your room that you love. and then you can expand on why. Moving on to 6, we want to list 6 of our favorite apps on the phone. I mean, what do you use the most? For me, I'm an email app, text messages, to stay in contact with family. I have a couple video games, kind of social media games that I play. Even the clock app, setting my alarms in the morning to get me up. I appreciate that. So you just want to list 6 of your favorite apps. What do you use the most? What do you always use every day? What do you need in your life? And then you can expand on why. Moving on to 5, we want to list 5 things that we last celebrated. This could be a holiday. I know if you're watching this in January when this is posted, we just had the holidays with Christmas, Hanukkah, those kind of holidays. If you have a family tradition you wanted to celebrate, list it down. Anybody's birthday, including your own. Even personal accomplishments. Did you write a book? Did you do anything work related? Did you finish a work project? You can celebrate yourself just for accomplishing anything that you want to do in your life. So anything that comes to mind on celebration, whether it's for yourself or others or as a group setting, list 5 things that you can remember that you last celebrated. And it could be years in the past if it's nothing recent. But moving on to 4, we want to list 4 weird things that you like. Now, the real definition of weird, if you look in the dictionary, means supernatural, or unearthly, or otherworldly, and mysterious. So think about the supernatural, weird things in your life that you love. I mean, this could be dragons, unicorns, even light language energy healing's technically weird. So whatever you love that's weird, even yourself, and treat it as a compliment, because again, it doesn't mean that we're bad or unnormal or an outcast in society, as it's kind of like used. And it literally means like out of this world. So what kind of weird things do you like? Moving on to 3, you want to list 3 of your favorite scents. Now for me, I would list rosemary, bergamot, and peppermint. Rosemary's great. I'm starting to use it to grow my hair. That's why I appreciate rosemary, and I just love the scent. I love getting a little rosemary tree for the holidays and just running my hands through it because I'm drawn to the scent. I love it. Bergamot was an essential oil that I used a lot on my skin. It's good on vitamin C and whatnot, so that's why I like that. And then peppermint is because spiders don't like it. I like peppermint, and they don't, even though I appreciate spiders for what they do, eating little bugs, and also as a reminder that we're all connected in the web of life. When they come by, they kind of remind us to reconnect with people sometimes, but I just prefer them not to be in my house. So peppermint oil around the house, I appreciate to keep the little critters out in their own space. Moving on to 2, we want to list 2 places you love to live. Like, where would you love to live? This is a little bit different than where you want to visit. Even if where you love to live right now is where you are, put that down, but then try to think of an alternative. Now, if you haven't really explored, the world, whether through TV or the internet or just going around yourself, just try to think of where else maybe you want to think you could live. What draws you to that place? Would you want to live by the beach? You want to live alone in the mountains? You want to live in the desert? Where are you drawn to in life? And then you can expand on your whys. And then last, we just want to list 1 beautiful thing you saw today. It could be the sunrise. It could be the tree outside your window, a bird flying by. Maybe you were out and about instead of self-isolating and you saw, a beautiful photo. Maybe a beautiful interaction between 2 people. Someone, maybe long lost people, friendships, came together in a hug. Like that's a beautiful interaction. Whatever comes to mind, whether it's people, place, or thing, whatever beautiful means to you, just write one thing down that you saw that was beautiful. And if it wasn't today, think about within at least the last week. Because we want to be grateful for recent things, and again, cultivate more gratitude for beautiful things in our life. Now I'm going to throw up the list again here, all of them. If you just want to pause the video and write them down, you can. We're going to move on to like an alternative exercise. So after you complete these, I want you to make your own countdown list. So you'll write another countdown on your paper, or your laptop, tablet, whatever you have. You'll count down from 10 to 1. So you want to write 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on one side. And then I'm going to give you 15 options. So if something doesn't call to you, you can skip it. But whatever you want to do, put these into one of your spots. So whatever, if you want to just focus on 1 or 10, if you feel confident in writing a lot of options, go ahead and stick it up into the higher number lists. But this is just for you, just to expand on new ways of things to be grateful for, maybe things you didn't think about before, and just to try to cultivate some gratitude in your own way. So I'm going to throw up this list here. So these are the alternatives. And again, you want to write them down into your own spots if you want for your countdown list. Yes, that was Monty. He got tired of the list. But here are the options. You can list any number of your favorite foods, whatever foods call to you. You can list any number of books you learned something from. Even if you don't like reading and education, that's okay. Especially here in America, they kind of ruin that in some of our educational systems. But, personal growth is one thing, and when you grow up, if you haven't already, books are good, at least for your kind of expansion exercises in many different ways. So anything that you learn from, you want to write that down. Next, you want to list appliances or technology you need in your life. Easy list. Television, computer, refrigerator, keeping food secure and fresh. Any number of reasons. You can list just as many number of appliances or technology that you need and you benefit from. You can list hobbies you love. We are going to focus on hobbies in a few days, but if you want to get a jump start here, just list up to 10 hobbies that you love to do. You can also list things you would buy in an unlimited shopping spree. And just think about how money's no object. What would you need and love in your life? And what would you want? And then you can be grateful for the whys after and kind of expand. You can list ways you can give back to your community. If you've never volunteered before, or you can think about your own skills and services that you could offer, and you'll want to list them down here to give back to your community, whether that's local or even an international for humanity. You can list things that you see, hear, or feel right now. So whatever number you want, look around your room, look around outside, whatever you can see, hear, or feel right now, just a simple list. And then see if any of those things are something you can add to your gratitude list. Next, we want to list things that are inspiring. Inspiring things you saw or experienced today. Again, if there's nothing today, you can go back up to a week, but you want to focus on the now moment. Just list inspiring things that you can see right now. Another option is to list the number of fun activities you love to do in a season. You can pick either spring, summer, fall, or winter, or all of them if you just want to combine a seasonal activity list, but up to 10. How many activities do you love to do in the seasons? The next option is to list your favorite quotes or affirmations. We all have things that we're drawn to. Positive affirmations are very effective and just kind of boosting our self-esteem and happiness throughout the day. So just kind of list which ones you always use and what you're drawn to. You can list things that give you energy. Again, it's kind of like what makes you feel alive, what gives you energy in life, what makes you perk up, what makes you want to go out and live life, or stay indoors and live life, you know? What brings you energy beyond just energy drinks? Next, you can list risks you have taken in life. How many risks have you taken? Have they worked out? Have they not? You can kind of expand on your risk-taking experiences and what to be grateful for. Next, you can list qualities you value in a friendship, kind of cultivating gratitude for relationships and asking the universe for more of these good qualities you value. Next, you can list your ideal weekend activities, just something to expand on your weekend. What do you like to do in your downtime when you don't have to work? Do you like to get out and about? Do you like to stay indoors? What kind of activities make you happy? And then the last option is to list any number of things you are afraid of. Again, expand on our fears. Why are we afraid of it? Can we find gratitude in it? So, I'm going to throw up the whole list here. Again, you just want to write your own countdown from 10 to 1. And then whatever calls to you, just plug them in randomly, you know? Or if you want to do them all, make 3 different lists of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s, because there's 15 alternatives. If you want to use them all, just make your own countdown, whatever you feel called to do. But then really expand on it. Like give your brain a little mental exercise and then try to expand and find ways to be grateful for whatever you have on your list. And if you don't want to expand on it right now, at least just kind of acknowledging these things that you like, love, even the weird things in life, inspiring things, risks, anything. Just trying to like think about your life and what you want more of and also what you want less of. But here we want to focus on asking for more of what we want in terms of gratitude, love and happiness and joy and the things that we actually want positive in our life. So I'm going to throw up both the original list of the 10 options I gave you and then the 15 alternatives. But try to expand on this today, you know, just write a little mental list. If you want to take your answers and expand on them in a expansion grid, incorporate your right brain later, you can. If not, that's perfect as well. This is just mainly an analytical mental exercise. Try to get you out of some boxes and so you can start kind of wondering and creating your own gratitude in your own ways. I love you guys. Have fun with this exercise. Take as much time as you need. Figure out just what kind of makes you tick when it comes to gratitude and life. Now, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another fun exercise, and have a good day.